to the stage. We take down this iconic intro. You see the virtual tour background. You hear our music. We are live on tour. And then there is me. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Enjoy those videos. Why don't you? After the live. We are here to talk about, so let's get to it. Higher is Wayne, low is available. Either way, we are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all you here. So we get started with Kimmi and Maurice. They are at the building that they've been working on, or it's been under construction for like 8 months now, right? And so they are at the building with Micah. Now, Micah is, I think, Maurice's brother. So you have that going on. And so, Micah thinks that he's done with the project. Turns out not to be true because there's a feature wall and a rail that needs to be installed, right? So Kimmi is kind of done with the whole project, and she wants, Maurice and Micah. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my fan over here. Kimmi wants Micah and Maurice to step it up because she is filling things for the building, and she needs them to get things finished for the building. And so Maurice says, thank God someone else is here to handle the pressure. And here's the thing. If it's your building, right? Because that's what Credit One Repair is. That's your business, bro. Like, she's just supporting you. Like, I think there's another building, I think, that Kimmi does her work, because we saw that in the episode with Nell. But still, like, dude, you're fitting the bill here. So anyway, Maurice doesn't understand how he became one of the contractors, because Kimmi said that you are not making Micah tie up loose ends. And Maurice said we can hire someone to do it. Now, this project has been ongoing for 8 months now, right? So you're going to hire somebody after you've already spent so much money for an 8-month construction project. Okay, I guess. So Kimmi said, why would we hire someone when we have a project manager? Maurice said that you wanted a microwave in your office, and that wasn't in the plan. Okay, well, guess what? Kimmi didn't want to go through breast cancer. That wasn't a part of her plan, but sex was a part of your plan. So, like, dude, I'm going to need you to just stop with the black audacity, the black hypocrisy, the black imagination for you to think you could just say ish out your mouth and think that's okay. Like, dude, stop. So Kimmi said that she wanted a husband that was very handy. And I'm just like, what up? Hey, Patricia, welcome in. Glad to have you here. And this is the thing, right? Apparently, before Kimmi and Maurice got married, he was very handy. Now, listen, if he is not caring about what you're going through, and he's also not caring about wanting Monster to step up in the household, because we haven't forgot about the episode, and if it seems like he is lackadaisical, that's because he doesn't care, Kimmi. He just doesn't care. And Maurice called her Kimberly like she was a child. Now, Kimberly, now you know better than to call me out my ish. You know, that's a no, Kimberly. That's a no. We don't do that in this household. No, we don't. Like, really, dude? And so Maurice said that he is a lawyer, but, Kimmi believes that Maurice helps when it's convenient for him. And, Kimmi wants Maurice to have foresight that as actual adults, we have that. And so also, too, Kimmi said that you elected to be over multiple properties and to have a family. That is true. When you decide to become a husband, when you decide to become a father, it's not just so you can just, check out on. You can't just, how like you turn your hotel key to the front desk when you check out, be like, okay, I'm done. Thank you. And you can leave. No, guess what? Before you leave, well, actually, you have to pay the bill before you check in. But the point is, you still have responsibilities. So you can't just check out because it's getting hard for you. Like I said, your wife went through breast cancer, bro. Really? So then they talk about the Yoni steam. Like, I know about the yoni steam, but like, really, does this need to be brought on television? I don't know. So the yoni steam is talked about how it does a cleaning and a detox, and Maurice believes that everything you need, God gave you. Do you remember, Maurice, when you were in back pain and Marceau had that 0.01% of intelligence to just say, sorry there, to just say that, take off the brace and let's see if you're in pain. I think that was a very true statement. I really, really do, because like, even though God did give us his temple, he also gave us doctors, right? And I know not everybody believes in traditional medicine, things like that. To each their own. But still, like, you're telling your wife once again that her not exploring options for her to get herself back because you want to get back with her to do what y'all do, you're dismissing the fact that she's trying to find solutions. And she even says that Kimmi believes that solutions have been made over a period of time. So the Kimmi talks about Tisha and how she might be pregnant and took a test even though Marceau got vasectomy. Now, I'm just like, you know what? I can't. Like, if you ain't got nothing else to give, just say you're done. Just say you're done. Like, I mean, I was just watching this. I'm just like, okay, can Kiki come in here? Like, Tiffany and Big Lou have stepped down. Can the Fletchers come in? Like, and they do come in, but still, it's just like, can we get something else here? Because like, at this point, we got pregnancy tests and infidelity. Like, just stop. Just stop. Well, I'm sorry. Sex, anti-sex. No, not even anti-sex, but just lack of sex and pregnancy tests. Like, really? Like, there ain't nothing else to y'all? Like, don't Marceau and Tisha have kids? Like, let's see y'all be parents. Don't Kimmi have a grown adult son? Like, can't y'all do mother son bonding time? Like, just something. Like, good damn. But anyway, so so Kimmi tells Maurice, don't tell Marceau. And Kimmi, I agree, but also too, you gotta recognize they're brothers, right? Right there, sex, lies, and STD. There it is. There it is. Everything's alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Also, my virtual travelers, my virtual tour family, us tourists, as Alpha MC would say, everything's alleged in their own opinions for entertainment purposes only. So, with that being said, I get it that you do not want Maurice to tell Marceau, but they're brothers. So, but no, this is dicey because it's just like, why hide that from your husband? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, so Maurice says from the different hats that Tisha wears, from real estate, project management, scope, issues with family and Kiki, that Maurice then says that Tisha needs to go to Africa alone. Kimmi says to get refreshed, and then for Maurice to say that she doesn't need to come back pregnant. Now, here's my thing. Like, at this point, like, just say that y'all are in different houses, because that's been a rumor here on the social media streets for a long time. And like, Tisha, you even got upset that you didn't want Marceau to move in with y'all's son and to have a bachelor pad. So here's the thing, Designs and Decor. I think the reason why she thought that was because she said that she was gaining weight and got sick. Now, I'm just going to be real about it. You can gain weight and get sick naturally. Just being honest. So I really didn't get why that was a thing, but that's apparently, what she thinks. But okay, I guess. Hey, PN2 Ross, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are live on tour. Oops, sorry, there we go. We are live on tour. Glad to have you here. So we get over to Stormy. This conversation was interesting. So Stormy goes to Tisha at Scold headquarters, and Tisha feels like she's not productive at home. I'm like, well, maybe because there's nothing to be productive for. Like, I mean, you said in the last episode that you and Marceau are not in the best state of y'all relationship, and that Marceau suggested marriage counseling, which for the idiot to suggest something smart, that's gotta really mean something is wrong here. I'm just being honest. So, Stormy asked Tisha, has she talked to Kiki? And Tisha said, no, I have not talked to Kiki. And so Stormy's an advocate for bringing people together. And Tisha says that she can't say that she saw Kiki take a pill because after, this conversation is about Kiki. So, but her behavior is similar to shows that she's been using. Now, listen, you don't know because you haven't talked to her. And at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you seem to use Kiki just so you can be relevant. And I say that because what would give anybody carte blanche to go on national TV and to say their family member is addicted to something when you don't know the whole truth? You don't want to know the whole truth. And not to mention, you're making her look bad purposely on national TV so that way she can be portrayed in a certain way so the heat doesn't have to be on you. That's not cool. Not cool. Not cool at all. So then, Tisha uses Stormy's experience of, remember when Stormy talked about her best friend that was on drugs who watched her son? Tisha uses Stormy's experience to justify her actions. A best friend is different than a family member. So, and, Stormy also said that. So, Tisha says, that Stormy has a relationship with Tisha versus Kiki. And that's her absolute damn right to do that. And also, too, Stormy doesn't like Tisha accusing Kiki when there's no proof. And I agree. Because at some point in time, you're going to get played out as the liars that you are. Or what's the words? Oh, that you have a dark soul, to use your words. So then they talk about, the Vegas trip that Tisha went to Vegas with some college friends, and one of the friends turned 40. And then Marceau went on a bachelor trip with one of his friends, the business partner of Chocolate in a Bottle, and he's getting married on Tisha's and Marceau's anniversary weekend, and they went to Colombia. So here's the thing, right? So y'all friend, the business partner for Chocolate in a Bottle, got married on y'all anniversary weekend? Really? And that was cool with you? Y'all did try to make an anniversary like it boggles my mind because I'm just like, if I was married, I'm gonna make sure my homeboy is good, but also too, that's our anniversary weekend. Like that takes priority. Like, does that make sense? But then again, Marceau did say he was an actor. He was acting with his wife, so I guess they're not a real family. Notice I said family. I'm not talking about the kids. The kids are separate. Not gonna talk about them, and like I said, no, we don't do that over here. Other people might, but we don't over here. But it just boggles my mind the priorities of Marceau. So Stormy says that it's the brothel place, that Columbia is the brothel place, and Tisha says, "Is it?" And Tisha says that happens in Vegas too. I'm like, yeah, it happens in Vegas, but I think you're missing the point here. They went out of the country. So that way, he could say, you know what, I don't have really good cell service around here. I can't, I'm sorry, babe, I can't get in touch with you. And who knows what he's doing because guess what, Tisha, you have said that there's been rumors for like 5 years, 5+ years. So at the beginning, middle, and the end of the day, like he's doing what he wants to do behind your back. And you don't want to listen to it. So Tisha believes that Stormy should get out of the warehouse and have fun because Marceau and Tisha are two full-grown adults. Okay. All right. Y'all are grown, but that doesn't mean you're handling things in a grown way. Peter Ross says they aren't an example of a real married couple. I will never put up with not 1/4 of this mess. Understood. Hey, T-Talk with your girl. Glad to have you here as well. So, Tisha asks about Courtney and, how Courtney's doing. Stormy says he's good, and she makes a face. Marceau will play those games, but Courtney doesn't play those games. Hey, Phyllis Crawford, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So, when it comes to that, the fact that Tisha knows that her husband plays games and she's just cool with it, she doesn't realize that eventually somebody is going to match Marceau for the fool that he is, that he might not make it out. So she's playing dangerous with fire. And I don't get why. What? Wait a minute. Marcel has allegedly Marcel's been in rehab. Oh, wow, Marcel allegedly saying that we need marriage counseling and going to rehab. What is this? What is this, Marcel? Wow. Okay, everything's alleged RPs for entertainment purposes only over here. Wow. So I just oh. But that's the thing. Like the fire that you're playing with is eventually going to get back on you, Tisha, because people don't like y'all at all. Not here, not there, not anywhere. People, we are. So, and Courtney, I think he's quiet, but he carries a big stick. So Courtney was not upset according to Stormy. But if y'all remember, Stormy told Maurice at the barbecue that Courtney wasn't coming because of Marcel. And I feel this. I feel that Courtney's trying to keep peace in the valley because he doesn't want to rock the boat. But Courtney, what you don't know, or maybe you did see this and you just hadn't addressed it, is that Marcel made your wife cry about the whole drug situation when Marcel said, have you ever seen anyone on drugs? And then he went to go comfort your wife to make himself look like not a actual social self-hole. So, dude, if you want to go off, go off. I'm so tired of this cast trying to keep peace in the valley. Bring some destruction to the damn valley. Hell, sorry, y'all. I can't do it. Because what you don't confront, you are allowing. You are absolutely allowing. Once again, you are allowing this behavior to happen. And guess what? In the words of Ayala Van Zandt, your behavior diminishes your message. So then Stormy says we should go on a double date. And they talked about a double date before the town hall. Why would you go on a double date with somebody who allegedly copied your website? Why would you go on a double date with somebody who is accusing your friend of being on drugs when they're Why would you go on a double date with a friend that said to your friend that y'all brought in after Melody didn't want to be a part of the expo that there's no need for them to come back to the next expo? Why would you want to go on a double date with people who don't give a care about you? I don't. Okay. I guess if it works for y'all, it works for us. Okay, so then Stormy asked how the kids are doing, so Tisha said the kids are doing good, and that, the website, and talks about the website thing, and Stormy talks about the hate that she got, how it's a bad look for Tisha, and, Tisha said that her assistant thought that she read through everything, and that the website designer made the mistake. This is the thing that I've come to realize about Tisha. They did it! But yet, they also have the glue in their hands. You know how, like, in elementary school, you would, like, take somebody's notes or something like that because you didn't have your notes, and then they look foolish and being like, they did. But then the teacher, and these teachers are usually old school. Really? So you have your notes? Yeah, let me see them. I don't have to do that. Well, why don't you? If you have your notes, you have your notes. Because teachers know the student's handwriting. So all they got to do is like, oh, you stole the notes, give it back. And go to the principal's office. Your mama's getting called. Your dad's getting called. And on your next assignment, I'm docking points off. What it is, because hashtag what's up. Like, okay. So at the beginning, middle, end of the day, like, Tisha, that was on you. Do you think that Disney can get away with the behavior that you did? Do you think Roku could do that? Do you think StreamYard could do that? Do you think any of these companies can just say, well, you know what? We were supposed to put Braylon's virtual tour live on Disney Plus, but guess what? It was our programmer that forgot to upload the show, or decide, or forgot to program for Disney Plus to go live tonight at 9, 8 Central on Disney Plus. No, it's going to go to Bob Iger and whoever is at corporate. Or not only is it going to go to Bob Iger, but it's also going to go to the Disney Plus team because it is their fault. I did what I was supposed to do and showed up. And by the way, I'm just using this as an example, y'all. Okay, so don't get at me. But anyway, so Stormy says then we want to blame others, but it's on you. And Stormy, I agree. Like I said, you have become the unelected voice of reason that no one elected you to be, but you're doing your job well. But that don't mean people don't like you. That don't mean people don't like you, because you still are messy to a lot of people. So we can't fake the funk. But I will say, right is right, wrong is wrong. You're absolutely right. So it says here that Tisha says you could have called, and Stormy said that she did call. And Tisha said, well, what did you say? Really? Really? So you don't remember what your friend said to you on the phone? You don't remember that? And Stormy's like, it's happening. The website is not going to be good. And I'm just like, one thing about Stormy, she don't forget ish. Okay? She don't. So, and not to mention, it's her business. You know what I mean? Even when it came to the actual email address, you don't think that one of Stormy's fans was not going to message Stormy about the email address being on your website? You don't think that this would have ever got out? Really? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, everybody. We are live on Tour Nikki News. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Listen, Triplet, welcome in. Glad to have you here as well. So Stormy said that the mistake overshadowed the launch of the hair care line. And Tisha said that they got a lot of sales out of it anyway, so it worked out. The morality complex is not there for Tisha. So you would rather have a mistake matter than being responsible to matter? But allegedly, y'all are in a $5.7 million lawsuit. So is that what you're going to say? That even though we are being sued, we're still doing great? And does that logic work there too? I'm just asking questions. So, Tisha finally apologizes after Stormy drove her there. And Stormy said that I got a lot of blowback with my business because people thought that we were in cahoots. And so Stormy hopes that the double date makes things better, but has her eye out on her. Now, did y'all notice, did Stormy's voice go out, or was she sick? Or was that just me at the end? Because I thought her voice got went out. But at the beginning, middle, end of the day, I think Stormy is really understanding herself with the skies that she's not putting up with it. And honestly, it's about time that they got their comeuppance, honestly. Rod Daniels, hey, welcome in. Their board is with Scott's tonight. I agree. I think you're saying that they're bored with the Scott's tonight on the episode. I think that's what you're trying to say. So then we get to Nell, right? So Chris pulls up to Growing Smiles with lunch. And I think it was lunch. I don't know what it was, but I think it was lunch. It looks like it anyway. So, Chris Fletcher tells Nell that Lil Chris would stop by Chris's office. And Nell was like, okay. You know that scene from Training Day? All right, okay. All right, all you uckers think y'all got ish on me. I will put all y'all in Pelican Bay. I feel like that's what Nell wanted to do. Like, okay, all right. My son can come see you, but he can't come see me. All right. Okay. All right. I will have him in a mental chokehold. Don't play with me. I feel like that's what she wanted to do, but she realized she was on camera, so she couldn't really go. She really couldn't go mama gangster like she wanted to. But anyway, Nell wanted to know why Lil Chris could just call Nell, at least say hi, and that, he's avoided giving her money. And Chris says, well, Chris is, and Nell says, an actual social self-hold. Now, listen, I know your son, is not right with his life and everything else, but you get more flowers with honey than vinegar. Okay, because you had Lexi, tell you to kiss your actual social self, and you didn't like that, Nell. So and listen, every black mama and black dad got that button that clicks. You know what I mean? But also too, like if I'm being called an actual social self, I ain't coming around either. Like what you want me to do? So Chris says when little Chris comes around the family, he feels like he's being jabbed at, and so at the family dinner, that's how little Chris felt. And Nell said, if that's the only time I'm seeing you at the dinner, then I'm going to jab. And Chris told little Chris that the family's supposed to be there to help you. That's what your siblings are there for. That's what your mom and dad's there for. And Nell said that mom and dad have helped, and that Chris needs to get off his actual social self and make wrong actual social self decisions to do right by his parents and his siblings. I agree that he should get up, but sometimes in order to get up, you have to know how to get up. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that little Chris doesn't need to take responsibility, because he does. But also too, life gets real where you don't want to wake up some days. But let's go ahead and be real about that. So I'm seeing both sides here. I really am. Nell is a black old school mama who ain't put up with nobody's BS, because I raised you. I know you can do more. And not to mention too, we have done more than enough for you, so you can be on a level that you don't have to be where everyone else is. So I don't want to hear nothing, because we provided everything. Just because you provide the resources don't mean that they are using the resources to the best of their ability. And I'm saying this as a black son. My parents, they give me more than enough resources, but also too, they expect me to take responsibility. So I get what Nell is trying to do, but there's also a way that you come at your kids. Okay, and kids, there's a way that you come at your parents. Parents are CEOs of companies. The company's the family. So if you're going to pitch a business proposal, it has to work out for the whole family. It can't just work out for you. It's a little inside pro tip. But anyway. So, and the siblings, yeah, I mean, you represent your siblings, but at the beginning, middle, end of the day, it's more of your life than your siblings. And so, Nell said that little Chris likes to hold things over people's heads. And Nell says, well, if I held over his head, that he need to lower all of that ish. And he's a real typical actual social self-hold. And Nell says that, little Chris does not like to hear the truth and it's about the decisions that he's made. Plus, he's criticized a lot by the family. And Chris is understanding everything Nell is saying. I really do believe that Chris is understanding what Nell is saying. And for those of you who are saying that, okay, what about Lexi? I genuinely do believe this. And we got to stop this ish, okay? That just because a parent is showing love to one person doesn't mean they're not showing love to another. And not to mention, too, there are different processes to work things out. Okay? Because we all saw the dinner and how heated Lexi was. So maybe, for everybody who's wanting Lexi to come on camera, maybe Lexi said, okay, I came on camera because of the family. That was circumstantial. I just want to speak to you. Father, daughter. And sometimes you don't need the cameras on. You just need your souls to be on. So let's not assume that Chris does not see his daughter and see her pain, okay? Just because we didn't see it. Because guess what? Not everything's supposed to be our business. I know it's a parasocial relationship that we invest in these people. They're on every Saturday night. We talk about them here sometimes at night, since right here on my channel and on other after shows and review shows and all that stuff. But still, there has to be some distance here from TV and reality. So, I totally get it that if he can go off on Lexi, then he needs to have that backbone for his son. But guess what? Sometimes, and my mom said this, I'll never forget. She said, Braylon, I can raise you to be respectful, responsible, and everything else, but I cannot teach you how to be a man. A black mama talking to a black son is one thing, but a black father talking to a black son is a completely different thing. Just give it a little perspective here, y'all. Just give it a little perspective. Whew, that was a lot. So like I said, but seeing little Chris at his office, Chris saw a different side to him, and Chris still believes that little Chris needs to get counseling and needs help. And so Nell asks, "What help does he need?" But as Chris was about to explain the answer, Nell blocks the answer by saying little Chris is about himself. He's not happy with life, and when he has that money and it's on that high, you can't tell him nothing. That you and I both know that. Okay, that may be true, but that don't mean you're not struggling mentally or other capacities. And not to mention too, can I just say this to all the parents? Y'all made mistakes before we got here, damn it. So what do you want us to do when we make mistakes? You want us to get everything right the first time? No, we're going to fail. Just like y'all failed. And we talk to y'all grandparents, which is y'all parents. They'll say some stuff that'll make y'all sit down and shut the hell up and make y'all reflect. So just perspective here, guys. Perspective. Nikki News says, I don't assume that Chris doesn't see his daughter, but I don't think he protects her. Okay. One of the other daughters made the comment that Lexi thinks that she should have what they have. Why shouldn't she? I will agree that if you are treating one for, different gifts and ways of love, that it should be everybody, but also everyone has a different love language as well. Everyone has a different communication style as well. So I agree. I definitely agree with you, Nikki News, that she should get the same things, but also too, Newton's third law of motion, or it's one of the laws of motion. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. So maybe the history that Lexi has done maybe has hindered some of the things that she could have had. That's just me. And I definitely respect your take, because the way that he is protecting little Chris, is not the same way that he protected Lexi at the car. So I definitely receive what you're saying. I think that's a very valid point, and thank you for that. So then Chris says something that, could have went left, and, said that, well, because I had the conversation with him and you didn't. I understood why he said it, but also too, it's just like, you already know Nell feels the way that she feels, that these kids are not being responsible, and that in a way can seem undercutting to her as a mom. I know you wasn't trying to do that, and you were absolutely correct. You had the conversation with your son, but also too, a father speaking to a son is different than a mother speaking to a son too. So just perspective, Chris. But I get why you said it though, because it's facts. But also too, if Chris is not want to have a conversation with his mom, then how can the mom have a conversation with her son? So little Chris, big Chris Fletcher still feels that little Chris needs counseling. He won't talk to us or his siblings. He spends time by himself, and he doesn't sleep much. He gets up at 2 or 3 a.m. and just drives. Nell says, well, that's how you get in trouble. And Chris Fletcher said that weighed heavy on him, that he was staying to himself, and he feels like he's fallen into a form of depression. Chris even broke down, had to collect himself. And Nell says that's what it sounds like. But that little Chris was messed up from the letters he got from football, and he didn't go nowhere. That was his gift, that he got in trouble with the law. Mom and dad got souped up cars, and that didn't help with the responsibilities. Little Chris is not happy with his life and career path. And, big Chris says little Chris is lost, that he doesn't understand. And Nell says, well, if he's doing all that, that is a problem. And if he's willing to go with counseling, I won't bring up the money anymore. I'm just trying to hold him accountable. And you know what? I think sometimes just a conversation will clear things up of, hey, son, we need to talk. I know that, it's been very contentious between us, but I want you to know that contention was not intentional. You made a decision that landed you in jail, and we had to bail you out. So because you don't really take responsibility, well, I thought that the best way to get you to take responsibility is by giving you a consequence. I wasn't holding the dogs back because I don't love you. I'm holding them back because I do love you, because I need you to be responsible for something. Because if you're not responsible for what the rest of life can be, you're going to have consequences that you may not come back from. That's it. That's it. Clear as day. Clear as day. Nell said that she doesn't want little Chris or Chris Jr. not to be welcomed by the family because of money. And if he agrees to go to counseling, that Nell will be on board. Chris Fletcher will reach out to Lil Chris, and even if he goes by himself, that's fine. The council may even suggest us to join in. And Nell said, I will support you in this. If this is what you want to do, I'll support him too. And you know what? I will say, for that conversation, I am proud of the fact that it was two black parents that actually gave a damn about their kid on camera and actually had a real conversation that a lot of parents have about their kids. Because we're not going to pretend that black parents don't have these conversations about their kids. We're just not going to do that and criticize Nell for being mama bear and, Chris for being soft. You know what I mean? Like, every parents differently. You know what I mean? Sure, there might be similarities through the leaves and the branches, but it's all different through the roots. You know what I mean? But so then we get to Kimmi. Kimmi, I'm going to need you to shut the hell up for your own good. Because you went in on social media and you had an exchange with my good friend T-Talk with your girl, who, guess what? T-Talk and everybody is talking about your dude. T-Talk didn't say nothing wrong. We ain't saying nothing wrong. Like, you don't understand that y'all the ones that put yourselves on TV Saturday nights at 8, 7 Central, only on Only Here, hashtag on Keeping It Real. If you don't want the smoke, get the hell off the show. Damn. But if you're going to be here, then you got to, you know what? In the words of Maurice, you're going to have to lay down, roll over, and take it. I know. That was wrong. But also, too, like, where does it end? You can't have your cake and eat it, too. You know what I mean? Like, and listen, before you come at me, Kimmi, I talk about every damn body. You can ask the tourists, as Alpha MC would say. You can ask my virtual trials, my virtual tour family. Do I not talk about everybody? Type a 1 in the chat if I do talk about everybody, or type a 2 in the chat if you think I don't. But my virtual travelers will further let you know. If you on the screen, I'm talking about you. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hashtag it is what it is. So T-Shirt and Melody meet up with Kimmi to go for a petty to work things out. T-Shirt arrives and says hopefully she can stay the full time. That'll be up to you to actually give a care if you want to stay the whole time. So thank you, Nikki News. I appreciate you. Tisha has not used all the oil, but the steam helped because they're having a good old time. And Kim was like, oh, okay. But I feel like it was okay, like, good for you. It's like this itch who took a pregnancy test, even though her husband goddamn vasectomy, they're having sex, and I'm not. What's going on with my yoni? What is going on that I can't get that I can't rise up and release out? I know that was graphic, but listen, Kimmi talks about sex, so I'm just repeating what she's talking about. Why can't I have good vibrations? Why can't I have that hashtag sweet sensation? But anyway, so but anyway, and I will drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. But Kimmi said that the only steam didn't help, and Tisha said that's going to have to take time. And then Kimmi asked, "Did you tell Marcel about the pregnancy test?" And Tisha said no, and did this laugh like like LaToya Jackson. Now, Latoya Jackson has been through a lot in her life, but we love her laugh because we actually know who she is as a person. Tisha, nobody likes you. So like it just and not to mention too, it was nothing to laugh about. It was nothing to laugh about. Waiting for solid. I can't. I cannot. And by the way, Nikki News, thank you. P&G Ross, thank you. And T-Talk with your girl, thank you. Kimmy is about my age. Nikki News says she may want to see my doctor. And she may need to go to a doctor. She may need to go to a doctor for sure. And it may just be a specialist who understands. You know what? I know you because Alicia said that maybe a sex therapist would work, but maybe there might be a libido specialist. You know, somebody who knows HP balance. You know what I mean? And look, if that's a guy, like I said, I'm not in the medical field, y'all. Okay, I'm just giving suggestions. So hashtag don't at me. But anyway, but Kimmy, as you know, Tisha, did you tell Marcel about the pregnancy test? And Tisha said no, and that Tisha said that she was sick. I think the next day after the Yoni steam, and Tisha said that Marcel is going to say whatever. Okay, if a dude have a vasectomy, if you take a pregnancy test, that dude's not going to just say whatever. Okay, that's like that. I would put you like this, Tisha. That's like if a dude likes pictures on Instagram but never likes your stuff. Okay, and listen. Y'all, if y'all go to my Instagram, y'all will see what I like, okay? Listen, I like them curvy, I like them thick, I like them like a water park, okay? Hashtag slip and slide, okay? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But listen, that's the thing. It's just like it's such a disassociation. You think that this is gonna go smoothly with Marcel. Do you not know who you married to? But okay. Kimmy said that waiting is not going to make it any more palatable. So then Melody shows up looking beautiful as she does. And she says she doesn't need a mani pedi because she always keeps her feet done, but is showing up to do her part to move forward. Nikki News, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. Hashtag, I'm not doing this with you. So anyway, let's keep rolling. But also, too, even though I like what I like, you know what I mean? Even though I like what I like about BBWs, Melody Cherie Rogers. I am sorry. Let me stop. That is a slip of the tongue. That is a slip of the tongue. Let me stop. Her name is not Melody Cherie Lee. Her name is not Melody Cherie Lee. Hang on, y'all. I'm just trying to. There we go. I got my TV on so I can watch y'all comments as well. But anyway, but like I said, even though she's not Melody Cherie Lee, my thing is this, and I've said this to my friends many, many times, because they're like, all you like is curves. Okay, what's your damn point? Hell. Twigs make temporary campfires, logs make permanent fireplaces. I want to be warm. However, I've also have said that's about the soul of who a person is, because whether you thick or skinny, if your soul ain't right, I ain't gonna want to give a damn about your soul. Just being honest. So, Lord. So, Kimmy talks about the name change, ceremony, invite, after Melody arrives, and talks about how it was posted on social media and Kimmy's phone didn't click. And so, Melody didn't want to become a thing. And Kimmy was like, because, we kind of all know each other, we at least get invite, or that when it's posted to social media, the next thing would be, you would text me and I had to get that. So it's just like, first of all, what was that face for? Like you're turning your nose down because you didn't get an invite? Here's the thing. In order to get an invitation for anything in life, you have to be inviting in order to get an invitation. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. It is 9:45 and breaking news from ABC News. It says here that Braylon Lee is absolutely correct about you have to show care in order to be given a care for. Thank you, ABC News. Y'all made on ABC News tonight. Ain't that awesome? Anyway, let's keep rolling. I can't. So, Tisha said that she's not surprised because she did not get an invite. It's like, really, you're not surprised? I mean, you defended your mama talking about somebody else's kids on national TV, and you put the blame on Melody and your mama. But let somebody talk about Macy and Mila. And before anybody who's in the bushes tries to get at me, hashtag I'm using it as an example. Everything's alleged in my opinion for entertainment purposes only. But I'm saying right is right and wrong is wrong. If somebody were to come for Tisha and Marceau's kids, I think they have a son too. But either way, if somebody came for their kids, they would be pissed all the way off. So you really think that you're gonna get an invite after your behavior? No, I won't invite you to nothing either. So yeah, you didn't get no invite. Not to mention your husband reduced your so-called best friend's e-commerce business, but yet he doesn't care for e-commerce. I guess that's why Daychella was canceled. Ooh. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? So as we keep going here, Tisha says that Kimmi was a little bit upset because Melody threw a breast cancer party. Now listen, I think Melody threw that breast cancer party because she's a very loving, kind, and gracious individual. But also too, in order to, how can I put this? In the words of Karen Huger, when you showcase being a friend, I'll give you friendship. Or if you showcase being a friend, I'll be your friend. But until that time, I'm your enemy. So yeah. Just because I do something nice doesn't mean that we're friendly. It just means I give a damn and I have a soul. And not to mention, I want peace in the valley for everybody. So Kimmi says that sometimes things can be taken out of context, and that Melody said that she would have invited Kimmi, she would have had to invite Maurice, and if Melody had to invite Tisha, that she would have to invite Marceau, and then everybody would have had to been invited. And so it would have been this whole thing about her ex, and we went to Melody's, party, all that stuff, and then everything becomes silly Billy and Willie until ish hit the fan. Which honestly, can that be a hoodie, a t-shirt, a hat, a tumbler? Everything becomes hashtag silly Willie and Billy. Like, can we get that merchandise going, Melody, Cherie, Rogers? I said Rogers, I didn't say Lee. Y'all calm down. And Kimmi said in her confessional, even when we don't get along, we at least show up and still support each other. That's true, but that doesn't mean I have to accept you, though. Ooh. So Kimmi said it was kind of telling that she didn't make the cut of the core, private, intimate, and loyal friends. You didn't make the cut. Good God. You know what happens when kids don't get on the honor roll? Guess what? They take the L and they work harder, and guess what? Oh my God, they get on the honor roll, and then there's a sense of accomplishment because they put the work into doing something, Kimmi. Jesus. It's just like when you were a nurse. You probably had nurse friends that you went to lunch with, and you probably had some nurse friends that you didn't go to lunch with. If you didn't get invited to that lunch, it wasn't because of you personally. It's just y'all don't connect. Big deal. Life happens. Move the hell on. Okay. All right. So Kimmi asked, did it get you where you need to be? And Melody said, absolutely. Like, really? After the queen has spoken, that's it. Like, you asked her a question, she gave you an answer. So, Melody said that she was married into that name, but the kids could keep their name. So Kimmi was like all for one and one for all of the same name. And that Kimmi said, well, if she got married, she moved her last name to her middle name. And Melody said, okay. And she gave that I don't give a F smile of like, okay, that's nice. That's cute. Glad you exist. Oh my Lord. T-Talk with your girl says she did way too much. Can we see Tisha go to a doctor appointment for her breast? Now the Scarecrow had that brain the whole time. We ain't gonna disrespect the Wiz and the Wizard of Oz. Okay, that was a very knees weak, arms heavy, hashtag like spaghetti journey for that scarecrow. It's all good to size of the core. Much love to you. Nikki News said Kimmy needs Jesus, in my opinion. I wonder if Kimmy says that, her husband needs Jesus and something else in a future episode. Does Kimmy ever stand up to Maurice? I don't know. I guess we just gotta wait. Hashtag wait and see, I guess. But let's move on, shall we? So Kimmy did not want there to be a confusion or a different name association for school and life in general. And Kimmy feels that we are thrown into a stereotypical cycle that I'm going to assume that your kids don't have your mama's last name. And she thinks it's tragic. That's not true. Like, people get divorced every day. Okay, Tim. You know what? You're all right with me, decides the court. You're all right with me. Y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are on the highways and byways of the possibilities of what can be with this episode. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 27. This is the live after show, Braylon's virtual tour live. These are my virtual travelers, my virtual tour family, or the tourists, as Alf MC calls us and herself as well. And by the way, if you are watching this and you're like, wait a minute, Bray, where are you in the episode right now? Right now, we are in the part of the episode with Kimmy, Tisha, and Melody at, I think it's a nail salon getting a pedicure. But if you want to take it on your own time, there are hashtag 5. I know I said it looks like 10, but I meant 5 videos up right now. Okay, and trust me, y'all gonna like the thumbnails tonight. You really, really will. We'll showcase the thumbnails a little bit later. But anyway. But here's the thing, like, divorce happens, marriage happens, birth happens, death happens. Like, that was just a wasted point, because here's the thing. When, parents divorce, guess what? There are 2 different households, but it's up to those parents to let the kids know we are leaving each other because we're not good for each other, but that doesn't mean we don't love you. A name is a name. It's the love you give your kids, Kimmy, that matters. Okay? I ain't even married, and I know that. Like, come on now. Just what's tragic is you trying to windmill for a husband that told you lay down, roll over, and take it. Okay. What is tragic is that he had to set a fake watch for a year. What's tragic is he said that I'm an ass because I ain't getting no ass on national TV to you. But it's tragic because a woman wants to move on with her freedom and independence. Okay, I guess. So Melody said that you and Jalen don't have the same last name anymore, and it was silence. And Kimmy looked big mad right after that. Melody says that her kids know the truth, and that's all that really needs to matter. And Melody wanted people who were there. Who was there fully for her, and that line of who fully supports Melody has been drawn in the sand, because sometimes they shade, sometimes they don't, sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't. So when it's wishy-washy, why allow unbalanced energy to come into balanced energy and mess up the flow? Like, that makes no sense. I mean, at this point, I could got an invite, and me and Melody don't know each other. But at least I'm making more sense than you, Kimmy. You sitting right next to her. What the hell? Jesus Christ. By the way, can I just say that nail salon? And by the way, I do want to say this about the team of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to y'all for showing the businesses off, because that is going to bring them revenue. And also, too, I just want to say, to the curvaceous woman doing Kimmy's feet, hashtag salute to you. You look good, girl. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, I need to stop. Hashtag I need to stop. I'm giving compliments to the women in the episode. I'm saying Melody, Cherie Lee. I'm talking about what I like. Y'all, I mean, y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all know my voice, and you know why you're here. So it is what it is. But anyway, so Melody talks about the last time that her and Tisha talked, and how Tisha was over that conversation. Tisha was like, "I was, girl. Yeah, you were over it because guess what? You were being called to the carpet." And you don't like being called to the carpet. You'll call everybody else to the carpet. When you get called to the carpet, oh, they coming for me and my lies of deception. I'm a scared. You know what they always say? If you can't take the heat out the kitchen, you cause a lot of fires in the kitchen. And when guess what? Someone says, "Hey, you caused this fire," you want to run away. Like you didn't turn on the stove on full and just walk away from it. Just a thought. So, Tisha mentions how Kimmi told Tisha that Melody felt a way about how Tisha felt about Melody's comments at the town hall meeting. And so, Tisha apologizes for that energy because it wasn't to Melody, it was to the situation. I don't believe that because like Melody said, you were quiet until she said something. So, like, here's the thing: if you're gonna have that energy for one person, have it for everybody. That's just my thing. So Kimmi then asked, "Do y'all follow each other on social media?" Tisha laughed and said, "We are probably blocked." Yes. Yeah. Oh, how can I put this? Oh, now you can't speak English. To use Cookie Lyon's words, to Roger B. Henson's words. Of course, your behind is blocked. And Melody said that, we would have to unblock so many of our friends to get back to each other. And Kimmi's like, no, it should be that simple. Kimmi, how about this? Block your husband from his stupidity and stand up for yourself and, and move forward with yourself. And then you can tell other people what to do. But if you ain't gonna block energy that ain't productive for you, you can't tell other people what they should do. Like, what we doing here? So Melody feels like that because they know each other in real life, that doesn't matter with social media. So we're almost there, y'all. Then I'm gonna drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. Now, wait, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying the live. I hope you guys are enjoying those videos as well. We're at Stormy and Courtney and this double date. So they're at pool hall. And Stormy talks about the meeting that she had with Tisha, and Stormy telling Courtney about it, and how awkward it was because of the website being talked about, and how Tisha was telling Stormy that it wasn't her fault and that Tisha blamed it on someone else. And Courtney said, "But isn't that Tisha's business?" Courtney, you're right, but Tisha doesn't like taking responsibility for that. Even the madam, as Kiki called Marcel, Madam Marcel or Marsha. Marsha. Even Marceau said that Tisha doesn't take accountability. Like, really? You don't take responsibility, hey? Listen, I don't know why I did the Macarena to that melody of her not telling the truth, but that's just what I felt at the time. Hashtag don't at me. But anyway, so basically, Stormy felt turned off a bit because she didn't like her as much because of her not owning up to her mistakes. And Stormy said that she has tried it with these actual social self people, and her nose turned up ever so slightly. And the times that she tried, she thought about it, and she still thought about Stormy, and Stormy still thought about how Tisha played her yesterday. And so then the Scotts arrive an hour and 25 minutes later. Stormy talks about them arriving a half an hour late, and that time she could kind of be doing other things. And then the backyard party is talked about, and that, Maurice rather said to Marceau that Courtney was mad at him, and Kiki had a problem with Tisha, and Kiki told Stormy about the problem. And it's like, all that's true, but you also left out the fact that you made Stormy cry with asking, has she ever seen anybody on drugs? and you went to go comfort her because you didn't want to look like an actual social sophomore. Whereas somebody in my live chat, I think, said, you did that because you knew Courtney was going to handle you, as Stormy told Courtney. You gotta play a better game, bro, because you're losing at level 1, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Go to sleep. But anyway, so with that being said, the town hall is talked about in the Mr. and Mrs. Steele comment. And, that's what Courtney was really upset about. And Courtney said that he has no problems with Marceau. But Courtney said that he would never call him out his name. And Marceau said that's selective outrage because you're upset about that, but not your wife called me an itch 10 times. Well, Marceau, I mean, you are an itch. I mean, everyone has said on social media, so it's not like it's out the way. And not to mention, you did check a woman about $100. And that was an itch move. So, hashtag a hit dog will holla. Atisha says that she thought that they resolved this. Marceau agreed with Stormy. But then Marceau agreed with Stormy, and Stormy brings this up, that he was the biggest itch. So Stormy said if you showed your feelings and maybe someone could feel for you. And Tisha feels on both levels it was disrespectful. Yo husband came at Stormy about $100 and then disrespected them in the meeting by saying that, guess what? There's no need for them next time, even though y'all brought them in because Melody didn't want to be a part of it. And not to mention, y'all didn't want to pay none of your friends at this Black Expo to speak. You wanted them to do free community service. Y'all really forget y'all own history, don't y'all? Okay. So Stormy feels the way that she feels about calling Marceau an itch because he did itch-like things, but Stormy's not going to do it again because she respects that boundary. Stormy feels that Marceau getting his lick back, not at Stormy, but at Courtney, is technically not what a man would do, but what itch would do. And Marceau said that even after the conversation about, being called an itch, you still call me that. And Stormy says, I'm not calling you an itch, not right now. So what Stormy ended up doing was, okay, you know what? I'm not calling you an itch. I am using itch as a point of reference for what we're talking about, which still allowed her to call him an itch. Very smart thinking, Stormy. I see you. You're still messy, though. But I give you credit. So, Tisha wants this word to be given up, and that Marceau said he's going to learn to ignore what you say. And Stormy says, don't ignore me. That's disrespectful. That's why Tisha got a drink thrown in her face. And Tisha was like, what? What you mean? And Tisha asked why she got a drink thrown in her face. And, Stormy says, because you ignore Kiki. And, Tisha said, that's not reach for throwing a drink in somebody's face. And Stormy said, well, that's not the reason, but that's why it happened. And so Tisha said that Stormy being shady in this moment, and to say that's the reason why someone threw a drink in your face because you didn't want to talk to that person, protect your peace, is very rude. It's one thing to support Kiki because of her going through addiction. Once again, it's not an addiction. She's in recovery. You are saying that she's in addiction to drag Kiki and make her look bad on national TV. You're doing this purposely. And you know you're doing it. And not to mention, you don't care about it. But let somebody come for you, you're going to be a princess and throw the tantrum that you are as the brat that you are. Just saying. So, really it's recovery. But to blame Tisha for her Kiki's bad behavior, it's unfair, and that's not right. So, you're pronouncing it like we don't know that's not right, but do you own up to anything that's not right with you? No. So obviously Stormy has an issue with Tisha, according to Tisha. So Marceau says that Stormy said that in her culture, this is a frequent word. And Marceau said he doesn't have time to learn adults' new culture and to tell adults how, and it cuts off. But I think Marceau was going to say to teach adults how to be educated. Okay, whatever. Like you can't say much, Marceau, or anything at all. So, Courtney says, Stormy, you got next. You don't want to finish this game. And then Stormy ends up leaving and says she got important work to do. And Tisha said, you invite us out to date night. And Marceau said, this is the weirdest shade right here. So then we get to the preview. And Kimmi brings over somebody. Guess who she brings over? Oh my gosh, she brings over a sex therapist. Yay. Like, do y'all not have anything else to talk about? Like, really? And then with, where's Razy at? Where's Razy at? Y'all give me a moment. Hang on 1 second. Because I know I got Razy. Razy is, you know what? Y'all give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Because, as y'all fully well know, something happens with Nell. Let me get my good friend Razy here. Let me get my good friend Razy. Oh my Lord Jesus. Let me get myself together here. All right. There we go. We are BACK. Hey y'all, welcome back. In the words of Nell, we're going to Houston. Not Houston, Houston. So they're going to Houston. And Chris says the truth out loud. Now, for those of you who watched my video on Chris and Martell, their conversation, I say a very particular line that Chris Fletcher says. Not only do you not have no woman, she ain't even got your name no more. Oh, I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman. Oh, y'all really think the person that got the smoke, huh? Okay. All right. And before those of you come at me and say, well, Braylon, I mean, how did you know Chris is going to say that? Well, guess what? We all been saying that on social media that Martell don't have no woman. And guess what? Melody doesn't have his name no more. So to me, logically, I think Chris just got fed up because Chris and Nell are still trying to be friends to both of them. And Chris is like, you're disrespecting your wife, you disrespect my wife, and you're disrespecting my money. So you know what? I'm not going to fight against you because I have too much to lose. And I was like, any real dude would have handled it. But also, too, different levels require different processes. So with that being said, he said, you know what? I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to mentally fight you by saying to you in front of your face, or at least in front of our group, that not only don't you have no woman, she ain't even got your name no more. To let you know, you don't run not a damn thing, and the thing that you had, you don't have no more because of your stupidity. Ain't nothing like a mental beating, y'all. So Chris just said what needed to be said, and he just said the truth out loud that we've all been saying. So before y'all come at me, that's my reasoning why I said that, okay? So then after that, Tisha talks to Marceau about the pregnancy test. That, Marceau said if a pregnancy test, happened, I wouldn't be worried about the pregnancy test. I'll be worried about getting a blood test. And we see Tisha's face. And you know what? Here's the thing, Marceau. What you end up doing is you end up, and you always do this too, you will undercut somebody and you'll try to do it smoothly where they're not paying attention. But yet, when they can poke a hole in your logic, it becomes a poke fest. It becomes a poke match. It becomes a poke war. And guess what? When somebody matches you, you can't keep up, bro. So basically, it's almost like somebody pulling a Marceau on Marceau. I wonder, does Marceau really think somebody could pull a Marceau on Marceau? I guess we gotta wait and see, huh? All right, with that being said, I'm gonna drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. And I got a lot to hear. I'm just saying, y'all think the people who got the smoke on the show got the smoke on the show. Y'all stick with them. Okay? Y'all stick with them. Stick with them. Anyway, and it's all love, y'all. It really, really is. So let me get the link pinned here because I know y'all got a lot to say and I got a lot to hear. So the link is pinned if you want to come on up, because I know y'all got a lot to say. I'm turning off my camera because we've done it for an hour now. After the hour mark, I usually just turn off my beautiful face. Well, at least I turn off the camera. But what do y'all have to say on this? Because I know y'all got a lot to say. I've been seeing y'all in the comments here. I want to go over and thank everybody who is here or who came through. Nikki News, thank you. Desires of Decor, thank you. T Talk with your girl, thank you. Let me see who else here. PN2 Ross, thank you. Alyssa Triplet, thank you. Rod Daniels, thank you. Let's see who else. Phyllis Crawford, thank you. Patricia Ellis Robin, thank you as well. So yeah, y'all come on up because I wanted to hear from y'all because this was a lot. This was definitely a lot for an episode. And as y'all get ready to come on up, here, I am going to show y'all the thumbnails. Here because listen, I love to have fun with y'all. Let me do this here. All right, let me get my things together here. Present. We do share screen. So here's this one. So here's this one, y'all. If Kimmi doesn't, so Kimmi, if doesn't, oh, I meant to say Kimmi, if he doesn't want to take the responsibility of caring about what you're going through, then why are you surprised that he's not that handy? I will make that in post, but that's basically what I was trying to say. But yes, that was that. So yes, there's a spelling error. All good. See, here's the thing. When I make these, y'all, I really do try to make these for what they are in the moment. You know what I mean? So, but yes, indeed. Here, let me see what else we got here. So there is that one. And I will update that there. So there is that one. 10 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So that's that one. Number 2, y'all. Now this one here, I'll tell y'all right now, I sincerely laughed at this. Okay. Sincerely laughed at this. Okay. So y'all, here is this one. And let me tell you something. I really did my work with this one because I was just trying to think like how to really. Oh, hang on, I'm sorry, my headphones. I'm hearing something. There we go. I was just going to say, when it comes to this here, so Tisha went to Vegas, gambled and gained weight, and Marcel went to Colombia and put his chocolate in a curvaceous bottle. But everything's okay. Okay, then. Y'all, I had too much fun with this thumbnail making this one. Okay, so just oh my Lord Jesus, y'all can come on up. I'm just showing off the thumbnails that I did for tonight, and yes, indeed. So there is that one. There is that one there. So as I go to videos, so that was part 2. This is part 3 here. This is the 3rd video. Now I know Chris Jr. is not the most put together, but he wants to get himself together. Be still and listen to me. All pain is not visible. I really thought with this one, it's true. And I think that's what Chris was trying to say, that, listen, our son is in pain. And I know that you're trying to do the best that you can, and we're trying to do the best that we can together. But like, we have to listen to pain, because we don't listen to pain, it will grow. So that is this thumbnail here. And then after that one, I like to show off my thumbnails, y'all, because I do put work into them. 9 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all being here. Here is this one, okay? Here is this one. There is not enough 7th Avenue lemon scrub to wipe away the trifling behavior, questioning of questioning a decision of a full-grown woman that is her choice to make. That is truly not your business, Kimmi and Tisha, to be concerned with. And honestly, I really was trying to figure out what to do with this one. But when y'all see the lemons there, I'm like, okay, I know that this probably is the right thing. Hey, Shan, welcome in. He also could be playing them, so he's got to walk a thin line. Who could be playing who? Who could be playing who, Shan? Always good to see. I hope all is well with you. But yeah, I really liked this one too. This one, I thought this one was funny because it's true. Like, why are y'all questioning her? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, that is that one. All Chris Jr. playing his okay. You know what? That's a fair point. It could be a backdoor strategy. That's true because if you can't get to mama, you can get to dad. If you can't get to dad, get to mom. That's very true. Very good point, Shan. Very good point. So, so then the final one here. Let's see. The final one here is. Oh, sorry, y'all. That's some Kendra G singles on IG Live. Sorry there. So let me do this last one here. I will go back and fix that Kimmy one. I just saw it now, but yep. So then you have this one. Then you have this one here. Yes, I'm going to. I can't do nothing about it, so I'm going to get my AdSense here. The thing about Spectrum is like they changed the price after the 12 months. So I'm just like, no, I like consistency. Nice healthy dog. Nice healthy dog. And y'all, this one right here, this one was just too doggone funny. So here's this one here. Listen, the only thing solid is that no one wanted to be on this double date, and the shots taken on the pool table are stronger than Tisha thinking she was pregnant. Okay, this was another thing of just reading the room. Like you see how Courtney and Marcel are both shooting, and then you got Tisha, then you got Stormy looking at Tisha, and Tisha's like, "Okay, girl." So those are my thumbnails. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Feel free to come on up if y'all got something to say, because I know that y'all have a lot to say. And I got a lot to hear. So yeah, we are just chilling out here. Glad to have all of you here. Yes, indeed. Let me, by the way, go to Canva here. Let me do this here because I will update that right now. You know what? I'm seeing my thumbnail on TV. It actually looks really good. I'm not even gonna front with y'all. I ain't gonna front with y'all. But what did y'all think about the episode? What do y'all give it on a scale of 1 to 10? As I find it here. Let me see here. I want to update that right now for y'all live. So, like I said, the video's already uploaded, so I can't go in and change the video, but I can at least change the thumbnail. Let me go to YouTube Studio. Let me go to content. Then let me go to here. Let me go to this. And then let me do this. Custom thumbnail. Done. Save. All right, there you go. So I can't change the video, but I did change the thumbnail right there. So now you guys got that there. So, but it looks like the one that y'all are really digging into is the last video of the Tisha the pull shots on the table are harder than Tisha thinking she was pregnant with 15 views. So they'll get the views that they need to. But yeah, I give this episode about like maybe a 8. It wasn't a bad episode. I mean, of course, anytime we don't see the Scots, I think would be good. But yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. And glad to have all y'all here in the building. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, we are just chilling here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour with Love and Marriage Huntsville. The episode just ended about 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. Just got done reviewing the show and showed off my thumbnails for this evening. And yes, indeed, we're just chilling. If you are looking for content like now, we of course are here talking about, but also too, there are 5 videos that have been uploaded to the channel. You guys can go watch that at any time because I know that throughout the week you guys will be like, wait a minute, I didn't see that. Wait a minute, I didn't hear that. Go right back. By the way, y'all, in last week's episode, when when Tiffany and Kiki were talking, and Tiffany says that she's been shady a time or two. And Kiki says, yes, you have. And you hear a line being said, or you hear a statement being said, you're good for that. I think that was Tisha's voice. I really truly believe that that was Tisha's voice. Now, I don't know who in the edit bay didn't catch that, but I had to go back and listen to it. And I think it really was Tisha's voice when she said, you're good for that, because it wasn't Kiki who said, you're good for that. Um, you know what I mean? So I just kind of found that odd that they would just leave that in there. But hey, listen, it's already aired. So, listen. Um, but yes, indeed. 11 people in the building. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're live on tour. If you want to come on up, feel free to click that StreamYard link. Would love to hear from you on what you have to say. I'm actually about to count how many videos I've done of this season alone. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63 videos of just this season. Of every episode, by the way. So literally you can watch the whole, hey, activity author, I've been seeing you on some of my posts, on some of my videos, and I appreciate the support. I don't know if you're a new subscriber. I think you are, but welcome to the Virtual Tour family. Glad to have you here. We just reviewed the episode, so if you want to come up and give your take, feel free, activity author, to click the link. Glad to have you here in the building. 10 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I just went over 60 something videos. That I have done of this season. And I tell you, every thumbnail that I do, oh, thank you so much. Well, welcome into the family. We're so glad to have you here. And thank you for being here. And much love for the like. Thank you so much. And trust me, every thumbnail that I do, I sincerely put work into it because I know that the thumbnail is an art form. It really is. And so whenever I watch the episode, I really do try to think like, okay, what is something funny from the episode? What is something interesting of the culture? What is the thing that's going to get y'all watching this thumbnail? Um, like I said tonight, I think the funniest one was the so Tisha went to Vegas, gained and gained weight. Marcel went to Colombia, put his chocolate in a curvaceous bottle, but everything is fine. I'm just like, I'm saying it without really saying it, y'all. And then the Seventh Avenue lemon scrub. I hope that Melody Cherie Rogers is okay with that. I thought that that would be really good because there were lemons in the scene, so I just thought it would make good sense. to do that. So yeah, feel free y'all to come on up. We're just chilling. We're live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. 10 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, we're just chilling out now. Talking about the episode that just aired. And yeah, and like I said, if y'all got any questions about my take on the show, or if y'all got anything that you want to talk about, feel free. Or if there's a question on any of the thumbnails that I've done, just ask me. I'll let you guys know. Um, the crazy thing is like it's actual the thumbnail is from the literal episode that you just watched. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. So, but yep, yes, indeed, we are just chilling out here. Glad to have all of y'all here in the building. To be honest, I've never seen this show. The closest I become was the closest I've come was a chronic watcher of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I do review. I'm trying to think. I do review Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine on Mondays at 6 p.m. It's a good time as well. I reviewed um, the Atlanta Housewives, like the first 3 episodes, but then I fell off because, like, honestly, I just didn't really see the storylines there. But I will say this: the Real Housewives of Atlanta is a franchise show. It's one of those shows where you may not watch it, but you expect it to be on TV. And if it's not on TV, we're going to have problems. So I don't think the show is going to be canceled at all, because if they do that, there will be a revolt. Okay, there will be an actual revolt. But I do think they are, in the words of Sheree, shifting. Um, it's just shifting a bit, to use some words from Sheree. But yeah, so it's a good show for what it is. And honestly, to tell you the truth too, for those of you who are wondering about Nene Leaks coming back, now this is just my theory, okay? And we still talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville too. So feel free to chime in. Oh, you stopped watching 2 seasons ago. Okay. No, it's all good. But I do want to give this clarification, because a lot of people wonder, like, why is Cynthia Bailey and you just got really you just got really bad. Well, the show got really bad. They need to revamp or something. No, I agree. I agree. For those of you who are wondering why Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey are in Dubai, Steve Harvey is having a golf tournament in Dubai. He's been doing a lot with the Middle East. And also, too, you got to remember Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill got connected by Steve Harvey. So that is why Cynthia Bailey is over in Dubai. Okay. So just a little context. Okay. So it's not just out the blue. But yeah, so yes, indeed, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all year. We're just chilling out, talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Reviewed the episode. I gave it about an 8. And yeah, there are 5 videos on the channel right now. The episode that you just watched. I know. You're like, wait, how? Wait, I just watched it. I know you just watched it. Now I just did videos on it. So yeah, if you want to watch it, go watch. And not to mention too, I give a little bit more of a breakdown in those videos. But yeah, so we're just chilling. Glad to have all you here in the building. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We just try our very best here to give y'all something good, because I think this show hits a lot of different areas with people. Um, and it can get exhausting watching the show. I'm not going to sit here in front, because, like, ooh, for all of the drama that is, there also is some lightheartedness. And I think the team is recognizing that they can't just keep giving us drama. They can't, because the more that they do that, the more we're going to be turned off to it. And I think everybody's just done. I really do think everybody's just done. I'm going to start watching this show now. I'm sure I'm going to be lost, but you make it seem very well. Thank you very much. I try to give it. I try to give it some soul, because watching this show, if you don't find a way to laugh at it in some capacity, you're going to just not care. You're just not. I look at like a special edition of Family Feud and what dumb answers are going to come out of the show this week. I really do mean that. Um, And like I said, it's a good show for what it is. I think it's just because the show lives 24/7 online, it gets a little ridiculous. It really does. It's a little bit ridiculous, but hey, listen, it is what it is. But thank you for the activity, author, and feel free to always come back to Virtual Tour Live. I go live Tuesday. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are the regular schmegular traditional shows. And I cover what 6 to 8 topics. The most I've covered is like 9 topics in one show. But then Saturdays, I do well, at 3:05, I do Ready to Love, Make a Move with Talk with Salon, Queen T with GG9, my main man Q. And then at 9, 8 Central, I'm right here with the legendary after show. And I say it's legendary because at 9:01, usually I took a break for Thanksgiving, guys, and I did give you guys some videos of last week's episode and my take, because I definitely wanted to get my take on it. But usually at 9:01, I drop videos of the episode that you just watched. So yeah, and then I'm trying to think. Like I said, Mondays, then I do Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. So I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So I do 5 shows a week, which is kind of crazy. So if you think about like 4 weeks, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 20 shows in a month. If it's 5 weeks, and that's 25 shows. So I do 20 to 25 shows in a month, but it's based on this show being on. So I think with Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're almost done with this show. Um, I think it's going to be capped off at 15 episodes, but we shall see though. Listen, I do what I can. Oh, you found me through Lovely T. I love Lovely T. Thank you so much. And D Farm, thank you so much. Let me tell you something. When I went to Lovely T and I did what I did on that live, that community showed me so much love. Oh my god! Like everybody was showing me love, and some people were like, "Well, are you just here to promote the channel?" I'm like, "No, I gave an opinion, and I actually happen to be inspired by Lovely T. And I know she's going to hit her 1 million subscribers, and it's going to be amazing." So to all the people that were saying in the chat, "Well, you're just here to promote your channel." Well, I'm sorry that I had the courage to click the StreamYard link, and y'all just wanted to be keyboard warriors and not be of anything of use, value, or of energy to anybody. But that's not me. So, but that's not to you, activity off. There was few and far in between. But that chat showed me so much love, and I really, really did appreciate it. It was a great time, and I hope she has another call-in show. She should. She is definitely a great personality. So thank you for that. Very kind, very kind. Yes, indeed. And yeah, let me tell you something. To do 5 shows a week is not easy. And I don't know if y'all been noticing, but I've been using recently, like actually like yesterday, I think, Tammy AI. So basically, all I do is take the link, put it in this AI system, and then it gives me a basic summary of my video, and then all I do is just post it. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, those talking points, of Keith Lee. I just felt like we want to act like this with Food Network people. We want to do that, and then with P Diddy, and Warner Brothers, like you can get in trouble for copyright. And little did we know what was going to end up happening. Then I wanted to talk about the other thing, but Lovely T had other, guests, of course, that want to come up. So I wasn't big mad. The fact that she even picked me to come on up and mentioned my name and gave me that time, you know what I mean? That was more than gracious. And honestly, too, here's the thing: like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And here's the thing: I think it's the way that I went about it. And one of my mentors said this to me: don't ever ask for anything from anybody, but figure out what you can do. And so I'm like, I'm going to give a very good take that hopefully will lead into that. So, but yeah, 6 people in the building. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. No, it was smart. I respect it. I was a teen simple for years. I think I first subscribed when she was at 100,000. There you go. like I said, it will. This has given me the most social anxiety ever, but I also appreciate. Um, I appreciate the creativity of this because it drives me to give it everything I got. And yeah, I mean that the best way possible. Um, I'm doing 5 shows a week. It's crazy. I'm currently editing video right now for a month, so I could not imagine doing this 5 times. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. But I think I manage it. I think I manage it well. I think for what it is, or at least I try to. At least I try to manage it well. So, but yeah, it's definitely. My Lord, I don't even know how I do it honestly. It's like I try to do the videos for Love Marriage Huntsville like early in the week. You know what I mean? Um, well, I basically I do the videos when I can for the 911 videos. Um, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that to the author. I do try to do those videos early as possible, or I try to space the time out to do those videos because it does take a lot of work to do those videos, and then the lives. Usually for virtual tour live, I do the topics the day of because I just like being fresh for that. I don't like being stale. Nothing wrong with choosing topics the night before, but if you're going to choose a topic the night before, you better do it because it is a reason for it. So, like, even with Diddy, soon as I saw it, I'm like, nope, we're talking about it tomorrow. So that was a purposeful selection. So yeah, I do those the day of, so that way I can be fresh. If anything changes, I change it as the day is going, and then I do the real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine on Mondays because guess what? Sunday I'm chilling. Okay, I am chilling. But then Monday, that's the beginning of the weekend. It breaks up the monotony of yeah, it breaks up the monotony of doing love marriage for all the time. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Damn, Storm Reed. Sorry, I'm looking at Storm Reed. She is fully grown over here. Good Lord Jesus. Her and all the students at USC, men and women. But no, I love Storm Reed. She has grown up so tremendously as an actress and as a young lady, and I'm very, very proud of her. So, but yes, indeed. Like I said, if y'all want to come on up, y'all are more than welcome to. We are literally just chilling out, talking about love and marriage, Huntsville, and just chilling at this point, y'all. Feel free. We're just having a good time up here. Just having a good old grand time. But yep, next episode though, Houston. There's been a lot said about Houston, what happened on this trip, and I think we're gonna find out. You know what I mean? And it's definitely a lot for sure. So we'll see what that end is gonna be. I got a feeling that it's gonna be something special. How special will it be? Don't know. Or do I? Or do I? Seven people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Feel free to come on up if you want to give your take on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We are just chilling out. reviewed the show, and we're just chilling now. I'm just talking with our virtual travelers here, virtual tour family. If you want to join on the virtual tour family, all you gotta do is click that subscribe button and hit all, because if you hit personalize, the computer will only show you me every once in a while. And of course, you want to be able to know when I'm going live. And of course, you definitely want to know when I drop those 901 videos right after the episode too. So hit subscribe; it's free, and I always love meeting new people too. So it is indeed 5 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Yes, indeed. What video are you so so I did see a little bit of what you do. I think you do different activities for kids and things like that. That's awesome. Hopefully the video editing is going well. That's the see the hardest part about YouTube. Yeah, I truly do mean this. Creating the video is hard, and editing the video is probably the hardest thing, because you're trying to figure out, what is your audience going to think? Do you like the video? And then you gotta layer it enough where they actually will want to tune in. So it's definitely a method to YouTube, and I will definitely say that for every video that I've done, it's always gotten views, and I am so grateful for that. And I honestly do believe if you allow yourself to breathe in your process, you will be fine. And you gotta look at it like this: the fact that every video that you have that has gotten views, that means people are actually watching you. So if all your videos have like 50 people, 100 people, even 10 people, or even one person, that means somebody's watching. You know what I mean? So allow yourself to enjoy. Um, yeah, allow yourself to enjoy the joy of what you're doing. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're just chilling, y'all. 5 people still here in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Man up. Hmm. Six people in the building. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. We're just chilling out at this point. Whew. Good Lord. Sorry. So should I go ahead and end the show, y'all? Because it looks like I think we talked about everything. I think. I don't know if anybody wants to come up still or not, but yes, indeed, we're just chilling. Oh, that's oh, oh, that's that homeless bill came in Texas with us. If I had the money, I would move. Well, I mean, I don't know if I would actually move out of Ohio, but you never know. I'm a big believer in before you move your life to get your life on track. You know what I mean? You don't leave a job without getting another job. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I mean, like I said, I want to get to the level where when Oprah said that she canceled her whole calendar and she was still okay, that's where I want to get to. But it looks like, y'all, it looks like that it's just pretty much us here. So I will get the daily motivator up and close out the show. But I certainly appreciate y'all being here. I really, really do. Great day, Doc. Great day, Doc. Great day, Doc. Great day, Doc. Yes. All right, let's get the daily motivator up here. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Vincent Mango, I agree. It's time for the daily motivator for Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. Enough time. Set aside enough time, but not too much. Challenge yourself to get the job done in the time you give yourself to do it. If you rush through while filled with anxiety about the time it's taking, you won't produce the best work. Yet you'll have way more than the necessary time. You're more likely to lose focus and let self doubt creep in. Up to a point, um, the more time you spend on a task, the quality you create. However, you eventually reach a point of diminishing return. After that point, you're just wasted time, or worse, decide on a reasonable amount of time. Allow yourself that amount. Also, commit yourself to what you'll do afterwards, the next activity, so you won't have the option of lingering. You can get the work done efficiently and timely manner if you simply make that your intention. Then you'll have it finished and be able to move on to whatever is next. Repeat yourself and your skill enough to give yourself the right amount of time that will challenge you without rushing you. Then rise to the challenge and use that time to get good work done, Ralph Wilson. I appreciate that because that's one thing that I have been trying to do more of with my life is trying to give myself enough time to breathe, to know that I am going to fail. That is absolutely okay to fail. But also too with with failing, that doesn't mean that life is over. And I think that's something that we definitely have to do a lot more of, is recognizing just because something has happened doesn't mean that it's over. And I think that's really important because we don't give ourselves enough grace. We think, oh my God, I did this thing and it's over. Sometimes it is that, but other times, hey, guess what? It really is a mistake. Number two, when it comes to enough time, you will never have enough time. Okay, let's go ahead and get that straight right down now. You will never have enough time to be able to do anything and everything that you think that you're going to do. And finally, recognize that when you do get done with the accomplishment, recognize to be proud of yourself too. Um, I sometimes wonder, like, why in the world am I not where I really want to be? But also, do I have to realize it takes time to get there. Like, I'm still, relatively new to YouTube. And so, I got over 1,000 subscribers and keeping it steady, and that's huge. Um, and like I said, recognize the success and the level that you're at, because if you can recognize where you are, you will be able to know where you're going. So just wanted to give y'all that. I always try to end every virtual tour live with the daily motivator, because I believe if spending an hour or 2 hours, you really deserve to end it with something good. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you were always one blessed. And trust, you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Last one thing, call yourself is nothing but chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise and be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, or radio, television, YouTube, live your best life, or just even recognizing that somebody's made a decision with their life. It's their life. Just support them where they are. Make sure the replay is not just where if you watch it, not just where if you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again, wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved. On this very day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self, okay? In order to receive love, you gotta give it. In order to receive love, you gotta give it. In order to receive love, you gotta give it. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings that are on the way. And from the bottom of my heart, the depths of my soul, the foundation of my being, rather, I genuinely appreciate each and every person. Like the fact that there's even 4 people here right now, just chilling out, listening to the music, listening to me ramble. Don't despise your small beginnings, because guess what? Everyone has to start at 0. But the best thing about starting at 0, you appreciate you appreciate the walk up the stairs, because you do realize the elevator to success can't break. When the elevator breaks, that's pretty much it. But at least with the steps, you can sit down on the steps and rest. So one love, much love, all love. Enjoy the fireworks, everybody, and good night.